Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be giving you guys what to do in your first 30 days if you're new to real estate. These are all things that I should have done, but I did not do for whatever reason. I don't know what I was doing, but I was not doing this. If I had to restart this process all over again, this is what I would do. So I'm sharing these with you and I wrote it down on my phone so I don't forget a thing. The first thing is business planning. This doesn't have to be like a long 25, 50 page business plan. It doesn't have to be that at all, but you do want to have like just hit the minimal, just have like an idea. So write down your mission, what you're setting out to do, the vision for your business. What is your name, or what are people going to know you as on social media or on the website? Like, is it going to be Camille the Closer, Camille the Realtor, your realtor friend, real estate bae, like whatever the case may be, even if it's not a super official name. Next, after that, you want to pick out, which I feel like is the most important, you want to pick out what areas you are going to be targeting as a real estate professional. So I know many new real estate agents, they target buyers when they're first starting out, but you could decide that you want to target sellers and listings. And when you make social media posts and things of that nature, you're talking to sellers all the time, talking to listings. You may also decide that you don't want to work with first-time home buyers, but maybe you're working with buyers who are upgrading their living space. Maybe they are downsizing because their kids have graduated high school, graduated college. Maybe you're working with the baby boomer generation and they're purchasing, a third, fourth home because the home that they have was a family home. It was too large and now they're looking for one level living, ranched out, nice and easy. Maybe you have a background in military or Air Force, or maybe your partner does, and you want to target veterans. I know some agents, like when they are promoting themselves, they promote themselves as the veteran agent or the military agent, helping military families gain wealth through real estate. So you really want to figure out what your target is, your target audience. Who are you going to be speaking to? Are you helping women in the real estate realm? Like, are you speaking to women, helping them to develop a plan to develop wealth through real estate? Are you helping families? Like, what's your niche? And it's not to say that you can't help other people that fall outside of that, but if you're talking to everyone, you're kind of talking to no one. So there's other agents who focus primarily on new construction only. They don't really focus on resale, and so everything you see them post about is new construction. So I feel like when you have a focus for your business plan and a specific audience that you are trying to target, that you are trying to reach, your type of clientele will come to you more so, if that makes sense, because that's who you're targeting. That's what you like. Maybe you like working with investors. Maybe your family, you grew up in a family who are all general contractors and you're just used to seeing the flipping process and all of that. So you really want to focus, like come up with a focus. After years and years and years, I realized that I really enjoy working with couples with small kids, couples, like just young couples. I really enjoy working with couples, and I really enjoy like helping them to buy homes versus to selling homes. So that's me, but figure out what works for you. And I would say a natural way that you can kind of figure out what you like is just find like, what are you gravitating to? Like, what do you find to be interesting? So I think that would be a good thing. All right. So we're off of business planning. We got a few more, like a lot more topics to talk about. So let's go to the next point. I'm not trying to make this a long-winded video. Social media. When you become a real estate agent, your first 30 days, you need to make sure that you have a Instagram account. Make sure that you have a Facebook business page, not a Facebook personal page. That's great too for connecting with your family and friends and people you grew up with, went to school with, all of that. But a Facebook business page. Update your LinkedIn profile. Like if you have that you're working at a hospital, update your profile to show that you are in real estate so that your professional contacts can know that you have your real estate license. And maybe you're doing both simultaneously, or maybe you have completely branched off into real estate. Updating your LinkedIn profile is important because when you're working with professionals or looky-loos, the first place they're going is, looking online is going to be at your Instagram, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, whatever public profile. So I will make sure all of that is in line. And then also, you want to make sure that your handles are pretty much consistent across the board. So if you create an Instagram account and you're Camille the Closer on Instagram, then I would try to mimic my Facebook business page to be the same so that people can find you across the platforms. And then the other thing that you want to do is be posting. Like, if you're not into social media, maybe have someone to do it for you, because we are living in a time where people are going to Google looking at reviews, they are going to TikTok for reviews, they're looking at your social media profile, and it's like, if you don't have nothing saying that you are now in real estate, like, people are going to kind of question your credibility unless you have something else that you bring to the table, or a really powerful presentation and things of that nature. So definitely set up all your social accounts. The other thing you want to do outside of social media, while we're kind of on websites and things of that nature, is a lot of buyers, a lot of sellers, they're all looking on Zillow. They're all looking on Realtor.com. So you want to make sure that you have your Zillow profile set up as well, with a photo of you, some basic information about you. Same with Realtor.com, because a lot of times, like I said, people are looking at you online. And then Zillow is a great place for you to collect reviews as you begin to close clients. Zillow does not allow reviews from people you have not worked with. So you can't just say, oh, mama, can you go to my Zillow profile and write me a review? It doesn't allow you to do that. It has to be legitimate closed transactions on a buy side or sell side. I would also suggest you have a Google profile, like a Google business page. There's a little bit more that goes into creating a Google business page for your business, because you really got to have things set up. But maybe we can get into that in a separate video. As for now, in your first 30 days, which is what this video is about, definitely create your Instagram account. It's free to do that. Create your Facebook business page account. That's also free. And then if you can, create your Zillow and Realtor.com account. And all this should take you nothing but about 2 hours, 3 hours max, because you can copy your biography across all platforms. You can, take certain portions of it and shorten it, but you just want to make sure that you have these things in place. Now, once these things are in place, you want to be posting on there at least 3 times a week to stay relevant, to keep your page fresh. Nothing is worse than going to a real estate agent's profile on Instagram and they haven't posted since 2024. We are in 2025. What are you doing? It's like, what's the point of having a page if you're not going to post? So definitely post 3 times a week, 2 times a week. Even once a week. That's the bare minimum you can do. It's like once a week. And you can, on your Facebook business page, repost different articles. You can post what you're learning about in real estate. Oh, I just took this bomb class and I found out this information. You can post the interest rates and where they are. Don't be boring though. A lot of people, I'm currently at an open house, so if you kind of see me looking out the window, it's because I want to make sure that nobody's coming to the door. But you want to make sure that you're providing information that is relevant. And most people want to know, if I buy a home, what is my mortgage payment going to be? How can I buy a house? Things of that nature. So post things that are relevant. And then as you are learning the business, you're going to get questions from potential clients and leads. So what you can do is the questions that they ask you, if they asked it to you, chances are more people have questions as well about that same thing. So what you can do is just jot down those questions in the notes section of your phone. And the next time you make a social media post, make a video. Hey, I had a buyer earlier this week to ask me what credit score was required to buy a home. Did you know? Blase, 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 blase. So you can actually create content from the questions that are being asked of you as a real estate professional. The next thing you want to do is get a list of your contacts together. This is going to help you tremendously. And when I say contacts, I'm talking about everybody you know: mom, dad, grandma, aunts, cousins, your sisters, your brothers, god sisters, your friends, people you went to church with, people you went to school with, people you went to college with. If you played sports with any of these people, if you had any kind of like hobbies with these people, like you just want to get a list of everybody you know, people that you go to for your lashes, your hair, your nails, whatever the case may be. You want to get a list of all of those names, all of those telephone numbers, and then their email address. And then what you want to do is hopefully you have quite a bit of names from people you know. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink this process. Hopefully you have a list of a good amount of sample of people that you know that you can add to your system. So I'm with Keller Williams, and we have what is called KW Command, which is a CRM system where you can enter in all of your contacts and keep up with them, their birthdays, send them emails, text messages, things like that. Whatever company you're with, it is highly likely that they also have a CRM system. And if they don't, you can literally get one on your own. I use Follow Up Boss. Me personally, I love Follow Up Boss down. Like, hands down, the best, simple, easy to use CRM system. But you want to get a list of all of your contacts, put it in your CRM system, send them a text, give them a call. Hey, how you doing? How's life been treating you? Okay, how was your family? Okay, how was work going for you? Awesome. How are your kids? Good. What you got planned for the summer? Okay. Okay. And y'all just chatting back and forth. And naturally, when you ask them about their job, their career, they're going to ask you about yours. I hope. And if they don't, then you're going to have to slide it in there. And that's your chance to shine, to let them know, yes, like, actually, I just got my real estate license. If you know of anyone who's looking to buy or sell in the next 6 months, send them my contact information. I can send you my business card right after this call. So you just kind of want to touch base with people. It don't even got to be on no like salesy type of stuff. Just check in, say hey. That's it. That's it. That's all. And then every 3 months, 4 times a year, you should be calling those people over again, over again, over again. And eventually, somebody's going to say, oh, yeah, by the way, my cousin is looking for a house. She's in your area. These people don't have to be in your area. People know people who's moving to Charlotte or wherever you live, and they actually might be moving to where you are in a couple of years, and know of a family member that live where you are. There's been times where literally my people in Louisiana, word of mouth, they know I'm in real estate, they know I'm in Charlotte. Come to find out, one of their friends moving to Charlotte, they're like, let me hook you up, my cousin. So it don't have to be like people that's just in your city. It can literally be anybody, because referrals can always happen. And even if they don't live in your city, you can always refer them to another agent to help them and also still get paid. So don't discount that. Don't overthink it, like I said before. But yeah, get your contact list together. Just give them a call the care call, let them know you're in real estate. And yeah, that's going to be the beginning of your conversations, your contacts that you need to be making. Okay, next part. I feel like this video is going to be long, but I just have to get all this out. Shadowing. I should have did this when I first. I honestly don't even remember what my experience was as a new agent. I don't think it was awful, but I've now been a part of so many different teams and seeing things done so many different ways that I feel as though if I were starting out again in my first 30 days, this is what I would do. So shadow. And I wrote this down. Shadow one agent during an open house. Let it be like a busy open house too, like a home that's in a desirable part of town. a home that's at a pretty good price point. You don't want to go like too low, but you don't want to go super, super high unless, again, in your business plan, if you're tapping into the luxury market, maybe you do want to go a little bit higher, but kind of go where the average price point is. The homes in your area, in the Charlotte area right now in 2025, it's like 432,000, somewhere along there. But you want to shadow one agent doing an open house so you can see how it's done, what type of questions people are asking as they're coming in. You want to shadow one agent doing a home inspection as well. So maybe team up with an agent that's just willing to show you something. Maybe they have a lot of business, maybe they don't. They have some kind of business, and you being there for a home inspection is going to teach you a lot as well, because if the home inspector is good, they're going to go over all of the different components that had a defect in the property, and you'll be able to physically see what he's talking about. So when you go out to show your clients, you're not just looking at the oohs and ahs of the house, but you're really looking at a property to see if this property is could be a good fit for your client, and you're trying to minimize as much risk for your client as you possibly can. So by going to home inspections, that is going to put you in the best position because you're going to know what to look out for. If you went to 100 home inspections, do you think you'd be pretty good at your job? Because I do. That is a lot of houses to see, like a lot of things. You'll start to see like common elements of homes that's just like, okay. And so when you start going to these homes, you're like, okay, this is a problem. This is probably going to cost you about 2,000 because you've already seen it before. All right. The next thing you want to do is shadow a closing. I know so many agents, me included, I was so nervous to go to my first closing because you're sitting at a table with an attorney and your clients, and I'm just sitting there like this is what I was thinking in my first closing. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I hope they don't ask me anything like on the spot. Like, what if they ask me questions and I don't know? So that's why I feel like to get rid of that nervous energy, I think it's just great to go to a closing from another agent in your office, or maybe you join a team and you can just join them so you can see what it's like. Because literally, like, your client is going to be sitting there, the attorney will be there. Sometimes the client lender shows up, it depends, and then it's you. And so, yeah, it's just really like an extra set of ears, an extra set of eyes at a closing table, because sometimes they're supposed to send you to closing disclosure before closing, but sometimes like that might be inaccurate, but really you should be looking at that prior to even getting to the closing table. But to relieve some of those nerves, definitely attend a closing. And then the last thing that you should be shadowing is just a basic home tour. There are probably a ton of agents giving home tours, so I would like see how one agent does it, maybe two tours, and find another agent to shadow. Just see how they're interacting with their clients, and again, what their clients are asking them while they're on the home tour, because that's going to help you when you have your own clients that you're touring. You can be more prepared. Like, you definitely should know basic information about the house, such as the roof, the water heater, the AC, the furnace, when a property was built. Like, the age of the systems is so important. Another thing that I like to add when I'm walking through properties is like how long the owner has owned the property for. And a lot of your buyers are going to ask you why they're selling the property. If you could get ahead of that, that would be great too. But there's all kind of reasons people sell the property, like, and usually the reason is not because the house is falling apart. It's like life changes. So yeah, definitely take me up on that shadowing. Okay, next. We have a couple of more to go. So let's try to speed through these. Products that you need. Business cards. These could be the physical ones or the virtual ones. I'm kind of like old school a little bit, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, like everything's electronic these days, everything is on your phone. Yeah, but again, if you're like out and you're on a move, or like if you're in a place that has spotty cell phone service and you can't quite get to your electronic business card, or your phone about to die, or maybe you don't have your phone on you, it's like in the car, or maybe you come across older people who they're not into technology. I feel as though it is great to have like a physical business card. Also, for me, it shows like that you're a professional. Like, you took one step above getting off your phone to have a physical business card. That's just me personally. Everybody is not the same. So you can get your business cards made on Canva. You can go to Vistaprint. Your office may supply you with business cards, but definitely try to have some handy. I feel as though that just makes you look like a professional. That's just me. And then also with business cards, you never know. When you're going to some of these vendors like the beauty supply store, or dropping your dry cleaning off, or the nail shop, you stick your business card right there. You never know who will pick your business card up and give you a call. You never know. Like my colleague, he's done that and he's gotten business from that. And then, like, it's just easy, simple exchange. When you're dining at a restaurant and you have a really good conversation with a waiter, a waitress, you can leave your business card. Thanks, your service was great. Leave your business card. Like, you just never know where you would get your next deal from, which is why I feel as though business cards are a great thing to have. But if you want to just keep it on your phone, I'm going to show you guys my virtual business card. I use a website called Blink. It's a website and it's a mobile app, but this is the app right here. That's what it looked like. And then I can show you guys my actual business card. So this is what it looks like. It has like a QR code, and then it has like book a consultation, leave a review, my phone number, my email. Find me on Facebook. And then when they scan it, their contact information is automatically uploaded into your phone. Okay. All right. Next. We kind of already talked about this one, but I'm just going to reiterate and kind of go back just a little bit. So, you know how just a few minutes ago we were talking about uploading all of your contacts in your database and like calling everybody to announce it. Also, don't forget to announce it on your social media pages. That was the only thing I like had to add. I just wanted to make sure I added that before we go to the next point. But okay, training. I feel as though so many new real estate agents want to go to all the trainings in their office about everything. It'd be so much training. It's ridiculous. Like, training could literally be your full-time job if you let it, when you are starting out as a new agent, especially if you're with Keller Williams, because there is so many training. Like, they have Ignite for new agents. I know some new offices, they just have tons of video training, tons of PowerPoint. I mean, it's PowerPoint presentations. It's just training. Okay, this is what I will focus on as it relates to training. Yes, I will go to some of the training, learn the contracts and things like that. But really, it's like, unless you have a client, you're not even, why do you need to know about all these different contracts and going into the weeds of things if you don't even have a client you're working with? And a lot of people are like, oh, well, I want to know what to do, in case I get a client, but you're going to figure it out. You'll figure it out. Trust me, you will. The first thing is, if you don't have no clients, you need some clients first. So I do say train, but in your first 30 days, this is the area that I would focus on training. Scripts, script practice. Okay, I hope y'all get the gist. Script practice. Yes. Script practice. Like, there are so many objections in real estate that you're going to get hit with as a real estate agent. People will tell you, oh, interest rates are too high, I'm not buying right now. Or, oh, it's the holidays, I'm not thinking about a move until after the holidays. Oh, I'm locked into a lease right now, I'm waiting for my lease to end. Oh, so many objections, right? And on the seller side as well. Oh, I'm going to sell it myself, I don't need a real estate agent. So all of these objections, you need like 2 to 3 rebuttals to come back to, because that is what's going to like help you as a professional, help you get over the hump, help you to get clients. Some people may tell you, oh, I got a friend that's in real estate, a real estate agent. No, thank you. And you probably be like, okay. Well, if anything changes, let me know. Instead of like, like challenging them. Okay, well, if there was a significant advantage of using me versus your friend, is that something you would consider? So you want to be able to have like different rebuttals to what people say. So that's why I say script practice is so important. But not only script practice for objections, but script practice for your buyer consultations, script practice for your listing consultations. Because when you do actually get a client and they're like, oh yeah, I'm ready to buy a house, I'm ready to sell a house. Now you're like, oh, what do I do? Consultation. The first thing that we're going to do, you're going to book a time on my appointment calendar. You can use Booksy, you can use Setmore, you can just use a regular Google Calendar and let them know what your availability is. Next, Mr. or Mrs. Buyer, we're going to have a buyer consultation. We're going to go over your wants and needs. We're going to go over the buying process. And then if everything works and you feel comfortable and confident to use me as your real estate agent, we're going to get all the paperwork done so we can get you seeing home soon, right? So you want to have your buyer and your seller consultations down to a T. You should be practicing that every single day. So yes, training, but training on script practice and your consultations is what I would suggest as the first 30 days as a new real estate professional. And we're going to end this video with the very last thing that I need you guys to do if you are in your first 30 days as a realtor or if you're just new. Okay, the last thing that you're going to do is track how many people you're speaking to a day about real estate. Contacts. How many conversations are you having every single day about real estate? You want to track that with the date and then the number. So today's date is July 19th. And I know as of today, as of right now, I've spoken with only one person about real estate. So by the end of the day, maybe I would have talked to 4 people, 10 people. I don't know. You put that number in an Excel spreadsheet or whatever kind of way you plan on tracking that so that you can start to learn your conversions. You can start to learn, okay, if I talk to 20 people every day, I know that I can get at least 1 consultation. Okay? If you plan on working with a lot of buyers, the other thing you want to track is the number of properties you show. If you onboard 1 new buyer and y'all go out to see 5 properties, you need to be tracking that, because now you know, based on history, based on your style, based on your conversions, how many properties you need to show a buyer until you can get that property under contract. And the goal is to show less, not more. You don't want to be showing 80 properties before y'all go under contract, because that is setting many times poor, expectations for that buyer client. You want to be able to maximize your time. So tracking is very important, and I highly recommend it as a new real estate agent and as a seasoned real estate agent. Okay, friends, I think we went over everything that I had on my phone. I hope you found this video to be helpful, and as a overall view of what we talked about today: business planning, social media pages up and running, Realtor and Zillow as well, getting your contact list together, shadowing, business cards, announcing to everyone, and then training, script practice, as well as consultations, and then finally tracking. Those are all the things that we talked about in this video. If you guys have any questions, definitely don't hesitate to reach out. And I will see you guys in my next video. Also, if you're new to my channel, I do a lot of real estate vlogs. Go watch the vlogs. It'll show you what it's like to be a real estate agent behind the scenes. I have a lot of content on my page, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Over the phone, when you drunk, you tell me exactly how you feel.